Let's talk about Dolly, one of the innovations of 2023 that really opened up a new paradigm in large language modeling. Dolly is a 12 billion parameter model based on the Eleuther AI Pythia 12 billion parameter model. Dolly is an instruction following large language model, which means that we can ask it to do specific tasks and it responds in the way that it was trained. Dolly is special in that it represents an approach that has been neglected or at least not investigated fully by the open source community. However, we've seen now a huge momentum shift into this kind of direction in the early months of 2023. Dolly was built by first taking an open sourced pre-trained foundation model, the Pythia 12 billion parameter model, which was trained on the pile, a dataset comprised of a number of different open source datasets. And then for Dolly, we fine-tuned the model on these Databricks Dolly 15K dataset. This dataset is probably the real core of what makes Dolly special. The Eleuther AI 12 billion parameter model is an open source model that we can use however we wish. However, it's not fine-tuned in any particular way. If we do want to fine-tune it, we need a dataset of high quality that we can use so that it elicits responses that's useful for us. The Databricks Dolly 15K dataset was produced by the employees of Databricks and contains within it pairs of instructions and responses of high quality intellectual tasks. The special sauce behind Dolly is the fact that this Dolly 15K dataset was released by the Databricks owners to be completely open and commercially usable. This is different from all of the other approaches prior to this, as they had some kind of licensing issue. Dolly itself is not a state-of-the-art model. It's just an approach that shows that you can take a model such as the Eleuther AI open source model, combine it with a high quality but open source dataset, and produce something that is commercially viable. Many new approaches are now taking place to combine this Dolly 15K dataset with even newer open source architectures. The idea for Dolly came from the Stanford Alpaca project. In this project, they used 175 instructions that they created themselves and gave this to the OpenAI model Text DaVinci 3 to create synthetic and new versions of these tasks. After going through a process of trial and error, they ended up with about 52,000 high-quality instruction-following examples. They combined this with Meta's Llama 7 billion parameter model, which was released not long ago, with this high-quality dataset meant that they produced a very capable model. However, this model was restricted with the licensing involved both with the Llama 7 billion parameter model and with the fact that they were using OpenAI to produce more training data. This held back the Stanford Alpaca model from being used in the commercial setting. This gave a hint, though, that we could actually use small models with high-quality datasets to replicate the kinds of performance we're seeing from these larger models. Moving forward now, Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, expressed his sense that we're at the end of this era of chasing larger and larger large language models. The focus for 2023 and beyond seems to be now the age of small LLMs and applying them in different use cases. We've moved from this broad approach where we try to build a master of everything and now trying to create it so that we have fine-tuned, bespoke models for different types of tasks. Where this will go, we're not sure, but it's exciting to see where this field keeps evolving and moving into.